Hello. Good morning, everybody. Oh, I didn't fix my hair this morning. There we go. Eesh. Happy Thursday. Good to see you guys. If you're tuning in with us, leave us a comment. Let us know where you're tuning in from. And we've got another great guest on today. I'm pumped to talk with him. He made some mistakes early on that I see a lot of people making as they're getting started on social media. And we're going to unpack that. So for many of you who are just getting started or just figuring it out, you can learn from his mistakes, which is really all that business is either learning from other people's mistakes or learning from your own mistakes and figuring it out as you go. So as much as we like to hand you sort of blueprints to how not to do certain things or how to do certain things, and here's what's working best, at the end of the day, like there's an element of which every entrepreneur has to figure it out, and you're going to be approached with really difficult or hard situations, and you've got to figure it out. So I'm pumped to have Jaden on. If you're tuning in, if you just joined us, we are 100% live. This is not pre-recorded. We go live every single Monday through Friday at 10 a.m. Eastern. And we also send out a text message every time that we go live. So if you want to receive that little text message, you can go to, you can text the letters 813-296-8553. So you text WUL, that's the message, to 813-296-8553. And you'll get a text message. It's nothing intrusive every single time that we go live Monday through Friday at 10 a.m. Eastern. All right. So without further ado, also, guys, if you are out there and you can hear me okay and you can see me, I want you to welcome in Jaden to the show. Give him some clap emojis or give him some sort of party emoji or something. Jaden, what's going on?
Hey, Matt. Glad to be here.
Glad you're here. Thanks for taking time out of your day, man.
Yeah.
Well, tell us a little bit about you. You work in marketing, and you've got a family, and you're just trying to get a little bit more freedom. Tell us a little bit about your story, your journey. How did you find Legendary, and how did you come online? You've tried a lot of different things, which I really resonate with, because I tried a lot of different things in my early 20s too. So I feel that.
Yeah. So I do have a small family. I am trying to get more time freedom and, financial freedom for them, but it's been going for years, probably 5+ years, but I've been trying everything. I've tried everything. I even tried affiliate marketing at the start, but it was a completely different program, and it was like it's a completely different type of business, because just the way that they went about it and everything was so different than Legendary. But yeah, I've tried it all. It's just everything has failed for me, and it seemed like maybe it was me. Eventually, after time, after failing everything over and over again, it gets hard and you get down on yourself. But and from that experience, I started my own marketing business and did some and I got my job from that. My 9 to 5 hear me? Perfect. I think so I got my 9 to 5 from that experience, and then I did find Legendary, and at that point I was like, I really didn't want anything else. I was kind of done with it, and I was thinking, oh no, I can't do this. But I was looking it up for my brother. My brother had asked me about affiliate marketing, and I was gonna teach him a little bit about it, and I found it from another one of your affiliates, and
cool.
I took the challenge. It's only $7. I just decided just to take it, and it was amazing. It's complete difference, and I could just tell that it was different and just different from everything, and that you actually really wanted to teach us, and you didn't even care that if you promoted your platform or not. You just wanted to teach us affiliate marketing, and let you do your own thing.
Yeah. I'm big on that.
Yeah, yeah,
It's like there's a lot of people in this industry who are like, I'm just here to tell you to be our affiliates, and it's like,
yeah,
okay, I get one to get what, like I've heard that before. Get one to get one to get one, and it's like, oh geez,
yeah.
yeah, it's kind of funny. Do you feel like in your so your journey of like you sold a bunch of other stuff, you tried network marketing. I mean, what was that experience like? But I'm more curious, like, what was it that drove you to do that, or to look into it even, or to, like experiment with that?
Yeah, so I tried network marketing and everything. Network marketing was I hated it because I had to try and pressure my family and friends into buying something that they didn't need, and
Right.
I just it was the worst. But and I'm
Yeah.
not great at sales and everything. I'm really bad at sales. That's maybe another reason why I failed everything. But my my why is my family. I just I want to be able to have more time with my family and be able
Sure.
to not have to worry about money and just
Mm,
worry more about my family and have time for them, everything. And so that's really my why. That's what pushes me
nice.
to want to be able to succeed. And
Mm,
I always wanted to be my own boss, and I never could see myself working in a 9 to 5 for the rest of my life. And
yep.
so it just makes me sick and sad thinking about that, having to do that. So
Yeah.
yeah.
It's interesting. I mean, did somebody ever explain that to you or talk with you, or did you just have a sense that like, nope, this ain't gonna be my thing?
I don't know. My dad was self-employed, so it was a little different, but
Hmm.
um, and my grandpa was well off. He had owned multiple different businesses, but I hadn't really talked with him much about it, and I think it was just me. I didn't want to. I didn't understand. Why would I have to go to a job every single day for the rest of my life and just work my life away? It just
Yeah,
not for me. Yeah,
makes
hated it.
sense.
Yeah,
Yeah, I've always felt that way too. I mean, at least it's been quite a while back now, like 5, 6, 7 years or something. I was working as a coffee roaster, and I was driving like I was driving like 22 miles each way to work, and I was working with some like basically mid 40-year-old dudes who just like they had cashed out, like they were just not they did not want to
mm,
be there, and it was obvious. And I was just like, man, this sucks. But I've always sort of felt that way. I had like a mentor who sort of introduced me to the idea of the 4 hour work week. And I'm not a big I'm not a big like 4 hour work week, like that's a real thing kind of guy, but I am the kind of person who, like, the underlying idea behind that book is really automation, and that it's silly. The idea of 40 hours a week is really silly. Like it's
yeah,
just it's a archaic, foreign, stupid idea, basically. Like this
yeah.
doesn't really make sense for the modern world, especially with
Agreed.
excuse me, especially with all the technology and all of the innovation that's happened. It's like, at what point do we as humans not need to work 40 hours a week? Like, don't we get to reap some of the benefits um, as people, or is it just Jeff Bezos who gets to reap the benefits, right?
Yeah.
Like, but anyway, I've always felt that same way too. I resonate a lot with that. So coming online, tell us a little bit about, you take the challenge, you kind of go through, then you also end up starting like a TikTok channel and stuff like that. Like, what was that
Yeah.
like? And we kind of titled today, "Avoid this like the plague, this one mistake." So, I think what you're telling me is there's a lot of mistakes you made, but we can also talk about, the big mistake that you made with TikTok, and sort of trying to figure that out right out the gate, and how do I get more followers and stuff like that. Just tell us what that experience was like.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, I was pretty much done with everything for, all these different businesses online and everything. But then I found Legendary. It went through the training just because it was only $7. And it was amazing. I could tell it was different, and I knew someone that was seeing a lot of success on TikTok. I could see that, and it was crazy. But yeah, I went through the training. I got the business blueprint upgrade. I so because I wanted to learn. I loved it, and I was like, I could see myself actually being able to do this and actually succeeding at it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I got it, and everything. Learned. I set everything up, and I did start a TikTok channel because everyone's seeing success, and it was really hard for me at first. My first video, I recorded and recorded and recorded over and over again. It was hard. It's hard to
Join the
listen to
club, man.
yourself on video, and
Yeah.
it was hard to get it right, and I felt weird, and it was hard, but yeah, I started my TikTok channel. You get used to it over time, and it gets better. And
Yeah.
um, yeah, so I was starting my TikTok channel at 0 followers, um, personal account, and trying to get 1,000 followers to get the link. And I really I, the one mistake, I was trying to get past that and to get to 1,000 followers faster because I wanted to have a link so I could make money.
Right.
Um, so I looked up some ways to get some followers, and so one of them was there's this app that you can buy followers for TikTok, and so I went and I got some followers, and then also I did some follow groups, and you follow everybody, you like their comment or whatever, and they follow you back, and so it
Yep.
helps you get followers. But so I did both of those things. I got 1,000 followers, but my videos just every video was not doing good at all.
Mm.
Um, I think my highest video was like 500 or something views,
Wow.
and it was horrible. So I I realized that was my mistake. I bought these followers, and they're just random people from like other countries. And so TikTok was thinking that these type of people, is what wanted to see my content. So it would show it to them, and then they would just scroll right past. They wouldn't actually watch my videos or care at all. And so that was my biggest mistake. Um, it was also a learning opportunity. All that time and growing, I had to start another account. So I scrapped that account completely because I feel like it had already messed up the algorithm for TikTok. And so
Yeah.
yeah. So I scrapped it and I went to a new one,
Cool.
and just started from zero again, and didn't, avoided the follow groups, did not buy any followers, and seeing a lot more success there. A
Yeah.
couple videos in, I got a video with like 8,000 views. So yeah.
Man, it can make all the difference because even this guy Ryan too had the same exact experience, and it wasn't even like he did. And actually, in his case, he didn't even do anything like that. It was a little bit different, but it was just something about it. There just wasn't the traction that there was elsewhere for other people. And he ended up just going out and creating a different TikTok. It's just like, I just feel like something's off here. Something doesn't seem right. I don't know. And so I was like, hey, go create a few videos that look like this. And like, within his first 15 videos or something, he had a video that got viewed 500,000 times. And he went from basically no followers to none to like 25,000 followers. And it was just a matter of him just creating a new account.
Wow.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it is crazy. And I think it's not a bad idea to just get a new account. If you're starting out, get a new account and just practice, get your bad videos out, and then maybe start a new one,
Yeah.
once you're better. That's kind of
Yeah,
what I
totally.
did. So yeah.
Yep. Get all those sketchy bad ones out and then
Yeah.
just, keep it moving. I like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
That's really funny. Yeah, I don't know. To me, I feel like well, to me I feel like there's just a lot of there's a lot of theories and a lot of things that people throw out about why TikTok's not growing or why it's slower or why, whatever. And I don't know. To me, I just think it's really great content, first of all, that always wins. But there's also just weird things about the algorithm that we just don't understand. And sometimes it's just like, I don't know why this happened. Like, Matt, tell me why TikTok took my video down. It's like, dude, I don't know. Like they have AI learning robots that just like, maybe it got reported twice and they're like, well, this looks sketchy, and it's just, I think it's a matter of, so we have a 15-second free leads course. I think a lot of people in our community are teaching people how to do TikTok. And at the end of the day, it's like, again, people don't have perfect information about all of this. And also the algorithm doesn't treat everyone equally. So like at the end of the day, it's sort of like Facebook ads or Google ads or TikTok organic videos or YouTube videos. It's like nothing is going to, it's this online space, while the opportunity is created equally, the actual implementation and the actual execution of it, like Gary Vee talks a lot about execution, the actual execution of it is going to require entrepreneurial energy and sort of a figure it out mentality. Even if you're working inside of a framework of something like the blueprints or something like the 15-day challenge, or you know what I mean?
Yeah.
What comes up when I say that?
No, so I think of like, it's true, sometimes you're not going to have as much success as other people. It doesn't treat you equally, but then it's the same, because I've found success on TikTok, and then Instagram. I've posted the same videos on Instagram, no watermark or anything. I made sure everything was right, but I posted them on Instagram and I cannot get more than like 5 or 6 views. And it's just, I mean, I don't know why, but it's just Instagram doesn't do good for me. But TikTok does. And then also Pinterest, I've done a lot of good on Pinterest as well, posting the same videos. And I don't know. It's just
taking your TikTok videos.
Yeah. So I post them as idea pins on Pinterest, and quite a few people have saved my pin or whatever. And it's harder to get to the link, I think, but still, it's it's seen a lot of engagement. So
yeah. Well, one thing that you can do with different sort of networks and stuff like that is you can also add tracking tags. We offer that as to our affiliates, where you can make tracking tags at the end of your links, right? So, I mean, basically what I tell people to do in ClickFunnels, whether you're using ClickBank, because ClickBank also offers it, most affiliate programs will offer some sort of tracking tags. And you can just you can duplicate your funnel. So you have here's my TikTok funnel. And then in ClickFunnels, you also have, or whatever funnel builder you use, you also have, here's my Pinterest funnel. And then at the end of your funnel, your button to whatever affiliate links that you have, it'll have that little tag. So that way, at least oh, I'm getting a bunch of traction on Pinterest. Are they actually converting? Yes, no. And you can really keep track of I guess if 9 out of 10 sales every single week are coming from TikTok, I mean, maybe it's worth it for me to get a sale a week from Pinterest. Maybe not. Or maybe 90% of your sales are coming from Pinterest and you just didn't know it. And, so it is one of those things where I don't recommend super complex tracking for people who are just starting. I do recommend just some basic tracking tags, just so you have an idea and you can kind of learn. And anyway, so, in terms of your content creation strategy and stuff like that, how many videos are you creating? What's been the biggest hurdle? How's that been going?
Right now, I've actually been just creating 1 video a day and then trying to go live when I can. Cool. I'm just really busy right now. I have a lot going on, so I can only manage to create 1 video a day. I really should. I should sit down one day and just make a bunch of drafts, But right now I'm managing 1 video a day and some lives. I try to go live every day, but it doesn't always happen.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you have to work within the time frame that you have, and you have to be realistic with yourself. I don't think there's any, right or wrong answer to that. Honestly, man, here's my thing. I think that there's people in our community who spend too much, and this is going to be a little bit controversial, but I think there's people in our community who take too much time trying to get a certain volume of videos out versus taking that same amount of time or maybe even less time and creating one amazing viral piece of content every day or even every other day. And really like, and what I mean by that is really locking into like, for instance, Drew and I, Drew is one of our marketing advisors here, and we start TikTok channels occasionally. And we post stuff to these TikTok channels and just see what we can do to grow our TikTok channels, right? Yeah. And what we do is we go into different niches. Okay, so fitness, make money online, dog training, things like that. So we'll just choose a niche. Recently, we chose the make money online niche, and we wanted to do an experiment for our own affiliates. And so what we do is we'll do a search. We use a tool, Sort for TikTok, so we can sort channels in Google Chrome by the most watched to least watched videos on any channel. And then also we'll go into the search function and search hashtags and see which have the most views that are done really recently. And we'll go in and we create spreadsheets of exactly which videos are the most popular, and we'll model content right after that. And it takes a little bit more time, but if generally speaking, if Jaden goes out and he creates a video that's like 150,000 views, the odds are pretty good that if I create something similar, so for instance, let's say Jaden creates one that's how to start your own t-shirt brand without having any inventory or your own website, right? And here's step 1, here's step 2, here's step 3. Well, I can go on and I can create that exact same video, because I'm not saying that I've done this. I'm just saying, here's how you could do it. And then all I do is I change the company that I talk about, rather than using Redbubble, I use Printful. And so I change up the content that way. And maybe I work in just a tiny bit of humor somewhere or something in the video, right? And now I've got a totally unique piece of content, but it's built based on the same headline that you used, on the same hook that I know works, because you got 150,000 views. Now, I did this about 8 months ago with a guy's, his name is Austin, and I did it with one of his videos. He had 250,000 views. I got 360,000 views over the span of about 3 months. And that video alone, I had about 6 other videos on the channel. All of them had basically no views. And that video alone grew me to over 10,000 followers. So I think that, and it took me a little time, right? That recording that one alone took me about 6 hours. But I think that people underrate, between me actually like recording it and getting it right and timing it and then getting it faster and faster and faster. I think for the most part, I think people underrate the ability to create a really solid quality piece of content that people watch and rewatch and watch over and over and over again. And it can grow a channel way faster than creating like 6 pieces of content a day and you feel like you're hustling, but at the end of the day, the content's like, no one wants to watch it. Right? Yeah. And I even think for the people, I was just gonna say, I even think for the people who are making 5 videos a day or whatever, 3 videos a day, like they should test for a month. Like, hey, I'm just going to create 1 piece of content a day. And that 1 piece is going to be killer. And it's going to be based on stuff that I've seen work in other industries or in my own industry. And rather than trying to reinvent the wheel or, tell my story, which again is fine and it's good, but that 1 piece of content, let me do this for a month where I'm building it based off of other content that I know works, and I'm using more of a blueprint rather than sort of shooting in the dark. Like, I think people's channels would grow a lot faster.
Yeah, I agree. That's actually probably my best videos. My best performing videos have been doing that, modeling off of other really successful trends or other successful videos that other people have done. and I just model off of that, change it up a bit, and then do my own video. And those have actually been my most successful videos, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
Yeah,
I agree.
of course it is, because it's based
Mhm.
on what the algorithm already said works.
Yeah,
Yep. I also just think in general, Jaden, what I've seen is that people who have learned the skill of copywriting tend to do really well on TikTok, because all of marketing, you work in marketing, all of
yeah,
marketing is really copy, and it's creating compelling copy. So like when people go on TikTok and they're like, well, why isn't this working? I say, typically the first response I have to them is, well, we have this really great course called the Copywriter's Playbook. You need to get better at writing compelling copy, because if you can get them hooked in that first 3 seconds with a really bomb headline, like, you're going to get them hooked for most of the video. And that video is going to get 5,000, 10,000. Somebody just asked in the comments, what is viral? Well, it's different for different channels, but generally, like, a viral video would be like over 5,000 views, would be a minor viral. But I consider, for somebody who's a little bit newer, over 10,000 views is a good sort of viral video. It got a lot of push on the For You page.
yeah,
And I would say that that's a decently viral video. I mean, if really viral would be like over 50,000 views. To get a video over 50,000 views is pretty difficult to do. Not that it's not doable, but I mean, it's a little more rare.
yeah.
Would you agree with that?
Yeah, no, I definitely agree. And it's crazy, even just from 5,000 views, how many leads you can get and how many new
Dude,
followers and everything, engagement on your videos. Yeah,
very true.
yeah,
Very, very true. Um, yeah, I just feel like that's such a, I like that. And I wanted to circle back to kind of where we started with this whole TikTok combo. I like the lesson that's learned there of sort of trying to go for the followers and figure that out, and then having the realization. And I feel like there's a lot of conversation going on in our community right now about how, that little mini shortcut is really just not worth it, because of so
yeah,
many people getting flagged and having accounts shut down and all of this stuff. And it's like, well, yeah, generally speaking, on any social media platform, when you try to take shortcuts, it usually doesn't work.
yeah,
It's usually the
very
case,
true.
but it usually takes sort of learning and just flopping around and being willing to fail, right? Which you are. And that willingness to sort of just fail over and over and over again, that is one of the keys, right? I mean,
Yeah,
eventually, you have to take accountability for those failures, which I struggled with for a long time. But you've also got to sort of own them, and then you've got to move past them, because sometimes people also just love enjoying sitting in the failure and like, oh, I'm the victim, right? Like, a lot
yeah,
of
that's
people,
true.
when that happens, what happens with your channel, they're like, well, TikTok's out to get me, and well, it's just, it's
Yeah,
another thing, wouldn't you know it? Yeah, and it's almost like they're looking for it. But I think you deserve a lot of kudos, because you pushed through that initial barrier, and you got it up and running, you got it going, and now you're doing super well. Like,
yeah.
for the size of your following and list, how many people are on your email list? I'm so curious.
Uh,
Ish.
about a little less than 400, so
Exactly.
not too many. Yeah,
Well, no, I mean, look, uh, I think that's huge, because
yeah,
I just tell people all the time, if you can get 100 leads, you can get 100,000 leads. No question about it. And
yeah,
people don't believe me when I say that, but it's like, look, you already did it here once at a small scale. It's like, and if you can generate 400 leads online, there's very few people who can do that. Like, very few. The amount of people
yeah,
who come through our challenge who actually end up going out and really running after something and getting 400 leads is pretty rare. But also, like, what ends up happening when people sort of downplay their followers, or like, oh, it's a small list, and in the grand scheme, maybe it's a little bit smaller of a list. But like, I've seen people, I tell the people this story all the time. I've seen this lady, her name's Andrea. She's actually a mastermind member at Legendary.
mhm,
And she's been in affiliate marketing for longer than I have. And probably like 15 years. And back in 2012, there was a contest. So that this guy was launching a new company, and he did an affiliate competition. And there was this guy who had a list of about 210,000 people, and other people who had huge lists. And with her list of less than 1,000 people, she beat all of them in an affiliate competition. Less than 1,000 people on her list. Awesome. And the main reason is because she decided, to sort of double down on the idea of really cultivating that list and really pouring value into that list. She would host webinars, and she would actually email out like valuable stuff to them. And or she would send out a free ebook randomly on a Friday afternoon, and they're just like, this lady's awesome. Like, who is this person? And she really put a lot of value and work into that, to the point where she could extract lots and lots of profit from that list. As where, sometimes people are like, well, my list isn't very big, I'm not going to give it much attention. Well, if you will reap what you sow, you'll reap what you sow.
Yeah, it's very true. And I agree. It's 400. It's a lot, but it's good. I think. I mean, because
one of your big, I was just gonna say, one of your big high ticket sales came from that follow up, right?
Yeah. One of my high ticket sales did not come from, like, I offer a free ebook, and it has my links in there and everything, but I offer that, and he didn't even open that email or do anything. A couple emails later, he opened that email and clicked on that and looked into Legendary, and I got a high ticket sale from that. So it's in the follow up. The money's in the follow up. It's real.
Yep. I always had a guy who nonstop, all he would say is the fortune's in the follow up, the fortune's in the follow up. And I hated when he said that, but he was so right. He was right.
Yeah.
Well, Jaden, we've got a lot of people, and I'll let you have the last word here today, but this has been awesome. And I love hearing sort of your journey through the, just all the inner workings, the psychology of figuring out how to do this whole thing on TikTok and, and buying followers. And it's just funny because I've been there, and totally, when I was like 21, 10 years ago, like I did all of that. And I don't know, there's nothing wrong with that. It's just, you're just trying to, how do I speed this damn thing up?
Exactly.
But we've got a lot of people here who are trying to figure this out, who are maybe thinking about going on TikTok, who are maybe thinking about making that first video. What would you say to those people who are thinking about getting going, who are thinking about getting started? What would you say to those people?
I would say, if I can do it, you guys can do it too, because really, you can go look at my videos and my following. It's not very big at all. It's crazy. My videos aren't doing that great. A couple of them have done all right, but it's really hasn't been that great or amazing or anything. And I've seen lots of success from it still. So it's because I offer a really good offer upfront. A free guide is what I do. Yeah. And then I have a really strong email follow-up system. And so I would recommend setting that up. Once I stopped my first account, I took the time before I started my other account to set up my emails and everything, and set everything up, my free ebook. And so I would have that offer to give to everyone. So I'd recommend doing that. And so I mean, I don't have tons of views or anything, but I am still able to, pull out lots of leads from my videos and everything. I get leads in every day still. Nice. And I think an important part of that is to have a call to action in your videos. You always want to have a call to action. So you always want them to comment. You always want to tell them about your link and, why they should go to it. You always want them to engage with the videos and everything. And I think that's the reason why I, was able to get so many leads and everything from my videos. So
I like it.
That's my advice.
Cool, man.
Yeah.
That's great advice. I love it. Well, thanks for coming on, man. I'll let you get to your job and get to your TikTok creation. You got big stuff to do. And thanks for coming on. If you need anything in the future, or absolutely anything. I'm an open door. So just
Cool.
let me know how I can help you.
Awesome. Thank you, Matt. It's good to be here.
Yeah. See ya. All right, guys. Hey, go give Jaden a follow. I put his TikTok right here. You can go give him a following and let him know that you tuned into this episode. And yeah, we'll be back here tomorrow on Friday, same time, same place. We're here every day, Monday through Friday, weekdays at 10 a.m. Eastern. And we'll be back here again tomorrow. So have a good rest of your Thursday. See you.